movies.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Geek Perspective, episode 7. On today's show, we are reviewing Dead Hooker in a Trunk. So, first off, Derek, thank you for joining us. In case people are wondering, no, Derek is not here with us. He is going to the Boston Bruins game tonight, the playoff game. You excited, Derek? Do we lose Derek?
I'm still here. I'm just trying to get my headphones connected.
Okay. So, Tom, what's going on with you, bud?
Nothing. Here. What's going on with the screen?
What do you mean?
Oh, it's Derek because he's hooking up. Every time, instead of Derek, it's showing a profile of Derek.
Yeah, because he's
Yeah, he's hooking up. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm doing good. Didn't have to work today, so yeah, rewatched Dead Hooker in the Trunk, so it's good and fresh in my mind. Looking forward to talking about it.
Nice. I just posted in the chat. You see anything?
Hang on. No.
All right. Still not working.
Huh.
Well, we'll figure this out.
Yeah.
But when you connected my headphones to their phone,
I hear Derek.
to mine. Oh, maybe they're dead. I don't know. I was on here for a second.
Derek, we do hear you. Hello. See how great it is when you go live and you watch our live show?
Yeah, we probably should have done this before going live.
Hey, Derek.
There he is.
I was trying
He's
to get my
back.
headphones connected back.
What's going on, Derek? You still live over there?
I'm still alive. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear. What's going on? You excited for the game tonight?
Only if they win.
Only if they win. Well, they better win. They lost the first game.
As long as they play better than Thursday night.
There you go. Turn it the long way. There you go. Now you're full screen.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, where as you go, live as you go. All right, so Derek, tell Tom what you think of Dead Hooker in a Trunk.
I was really disappointed with that movie. I felt like I wasted my time watching it.
You believe that, Tom?
Yeah, you know, I rewatched it again today, and I have to say I agree with Derek on some points, like the swearing, you know, dropping the F-bomb. It sounded super unnatural. So I do agree with you there. So, but if you want to keep talking, go ahead. I'm really curious.
Let me respond to that first. Well, you should understand, though, this was a low-budget film.
Agreed.
You can't compare it to, a film that's like, these are two people that got some friends together and basically made a movie. It'd be like us making a movie. You wouldn't expect it to be great. You know what I mean?
No, I agree 100%.
You have to keep it in that respect, No,
I totally understand. And here's the thing, though. You know what also was done by on a low budget, guys maxing out credit cards and everything? Evil Dead.
Right.
And same concept. They did it the same way, on less of a budget. And
I think it came up the exact same way, to tell you the truth. I don't think there's a whole lot of difference.
You know, I'm not talking about the quality. I was just talking about Derek had brought up the fact, like it sounded forced, unnatural, and with this F-bomb that they didn't know what to say.
They're not professional actors.
They just said, no, but that's okay. That's okay. But there's other things to drop than an F-bomb every 2 seconds. You know, like I agree, Roy. I love the movie. But
when this movie came out, though, 10 years ago, people were dumping F-bombs like crazy. That wasn't what was going on.
Yeah, no, I look, I like the movie, Ryan, but
I know, but you're criticizing it for being dated. You criticizing it.
No, I'm not saying it's dated. I never once said it was dated.
No, but you just said they cut for the whole movie. When that movie came out, all I heard anybody doing was throwing the F bomb around.
Well,
And
that's
at that time, that's all anyone was ever doing.
because
So that
you live in Brockton.
was that.
That's because you live in Brockton.
Oh, sure. Blame the city of champions for your inaccuracies.
No, but no, it's just it's just the point of it. It's like people swear. I swear all the time. I work in a warehouse. I drive. The guys laugh at me because some people say like, some people say I say fuck. It's just the way I grew up. My dad's blue collar, everything like that. You know what I mean? And so I swear a lot, but it was so much that it sounded unnatural. That's my only point. I didn't. I still like the movie. I can like a movie and find fault in it, because just because you like something doesn't mean it's perfect. And by no means is the movie perfect.
Oh, that's for sure. It definitely wasn't perfect.
That's my point. You know what I mean? But I rewatched it, and I did notice that he said. But overall, I mean, I thought it was a good movie, and I on our text chain, I had said that I thought it was a little too long. I take that back. It's just the right length. It's only an hour and 30 minutes. It's just the right length.
Well, when you originally told me that, I remember thinking, yeah, it was kind of a long movie when I first watched it. So
Yeah.
then when I rewatched it, I'm like, wow, this movie's flown by.
Yeah, that same thing.
Originally, when you said that, I'm thinking, yeah, that is kind of a long movie.
Yeah, I don't know why it seemed long the first time, but this time it flew by. When I rewatched it, it was and it was the perfect length.
What were you gonna say?
No, that's it. Go ahead.
All right. No, listen. Before we get deep into this, let's tell the people about this movie.
Yeah.
So the movie's called Dead Hooker in a Trunk, and it came out in 2009. And the DVD came out a couple of years later in 2011. The fancy DVD cover. The movie's set in Vancouver, British Columbia, and it's basically these four friends set out to run some errands, blah blah blah, and they find a hooker in the trunk. Pretty straightforward. And the cast of the movie, Jen and Sylvia Soska, who were twins. They wrote, directed, and produced the movie. They budgeted they paid the movie themselves. They did everything. They were the two stars, twin sisters of the show. Sylvia Soska is called the badass, and her sister Jen played the geeky girl. And then my favorite character, as it's quoted as the Jesus-loving goody two-shoes, C.J. Wallace. I love that character. As the movie gets on, he grows into the character. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
he really was. By the end, it was like, you gotta watch it. It's awesome. And then we have the typical generic rock star junkie friend. Now, the movie was we all agree was low budget. I believe in a good way. One scene that I wanted to point out. Remember the scene where there were little girls, and then in the background, the one girl's holding that fake spider. It's supposed to be a real spider. She's sitting on her arm.
Yeah.
You know that? I thought that was hilarious because it was so fake and so ridiculous. Much like the cussing that you just like that. That to me that was kind of like, well, that's stupid. But I also thought it was funny at the same time. I just found it hilarious.
Yeah.
Just just sitting there looking at the spider like it's supposed to move or something, and nothing happened. But I thought the girls were awesome in the movie. Not because they're good looking, they were cute girls. They're very talented also. And I want to point out some other movies they did real quick, and then I'll let you guys jump in. They did American Mary. You guys see that movie?
I have not.
See it. It's a real good movie. That's more of a professional budget.
Okay.
It's a higher scale movie. See No Evil 2. They did that movie. They did ABCs of Death 2, Vendetta, and Blackburn. So those are several movies that they took part in. So, how do you guys think what's your impressions overall? Come on, Derek.
Yeah, go ahead, Derek.
Oh, you mean I can talk now? You guys are gonna let me talk?
Yeah, I guess. Tom's making me let you talk.
Well, like I didn't have an issue with the budget of the movie. For me, it was just like the script writing, like the actual script. I didn't like.
That wasn't the greatest.
And then like personally, I feel like the male friend that they go to pick up, like he was useless through the whole movie. They could have just did without the character completely, in my opinion. Even though like he had like the one segment where he did make me laugh when he finally decided he's gonna swear after I think the third attempt at them getting killed.
You mean when he snapped?
The one where he finally snaps and he says
Yeah.
like, "Oh, how do you fucking like getting fucked in the skull like right after being ass fucked or something like that?"
Yeah, he
You get the
was that generic like blah blah character until he snapped. Yeah, but I think they were building up to that. I think that's what that was all about.
But like even when the friend that had the cut in her arm when they were trying to take out body parts when they were dissecting her,
Yep.
she just randomly stuck her arm out and it got taken off by a truck. Like I just
Come on, that was awesome, dude.
I don't know. Like to me, it just seemed like a pointless part of the movie, though. Like they didn't
Of
need
course,
to do
it's
that.
pointless. That was the point. Well, in my personal opinion, anyway.
Yeah,
At this point.
I think it was there for shock value. I think that's all that was there for, to be honest. That's my personal opinion. I think it was just that shock value, and that was it.
Yeah, I gotta say that part. I the first time I watched it, I was in Derek's, but I was just like, why did they do that? That I was just like it doesn't help further the story. It doesn't anything. Now that I've rewatched it, I really like that part. I really like it. The first time around, I was in your boat, Derek, for sure. I was just like,
yeah, because all you see is put her arm out, and the truck goes by and takes it out. I was like, what was the point of that?
Exactly.
How did you not see that truck?
Exactly.
But later, when they're putting the sword back on, I'm like, this is freaking awesome. They're gonna try to sew an arm back on someone's body, like that's gonna work.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird for that movie. Like I didn't like it, but if Family Guy did that, I'd probably laugh my ass off. Like even like when they did that to Brian, I don't know why. I find it funny for that, but not for the movie.
Right. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. When one scene that stood out for me. Do you remember when the girls were they were coming out? I think it's someone's apartment, and they were walking in slow motion, and they were playing like '70s music in the background as they're strutting over to the car. Remember that scene? It was near the beginning. No, nobody.
Say it again.
Do you remember that scene when the three girls, when I think they were leaving somebody's apartment, and they're walking to the car, and there was this like retro '70s like music playing in the background, and they're walking in like super slow motion.
Oh yeah.
I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was like where'd this come from? And then all of a sudden you have that '70s music playing, they're all strutting over the car. I'm like, that's awesome. And then how about where they open the truck up, the body's there, and they pull out some Benoit balls.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, what is going on here?
He says, "I think these are mine."
yeah. I'm like, nice.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
What was your favorite scene, Derek?
Well, for me, it was like when that guy snapped, but I also like give them points for originality when you find out like who the murderer is and like why he did it. Like I thought that was original.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should say like what happened and like spoil it for the people that want to watch it.
Spoiler alert, people! Spoiler alert.
Exactly. They can fast forward or pause.
Alright, well, like I like the part where they find out like the whole thing is just because the dude had a bad circumcision, so like all the hookers he wants to go just like laugh at him and say, "Oh, I'm not doing anything with you."
Yeah, like, ew.
That would probably make me snap, I guess. I don't know.
What was that memorable scene for you, Tom?
You know what? As I rewatched it today, and I really liked the cowboy pimp. When he's at the end before she kills him, right? Like where he tracks him down and everything like that, and he drop kicks him like
Yeah.
a WWF wrestler, like does like the actual run drop kick and lands on her back and then snaps his neck. Because, like, first of all, the drop kick just like cracked me up. It, like, reminded me of like that wrestler. God, what's his name? He doesn't go off the top ropes. He was the champion. He lost to Kofi this weekend. That
Daniel
WrestleMania.
Bryan.
Yes, he does the drop kick similar to what she does. And then the fact that she snapped his neck so easily, you know how hard it is to snap a neck?
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah.
how much work it takes?
Well, yeah, exactly.
You know,
Really
like,
impossible.
but so I really like that part. I mean, it's just kind of a throwaway part, but I just really like that as I rewatched it today. So I liked that, and then, but I really like the opening too with the that song when I first heard it, when I
Yes.
first watched it. And they're singing and she gets mad at her boy, you know, the guy, and storms off stage and everything like that. That song really grew on me, and like I came to really appreciate that. I feel like I will say I really like the movie. They did a great job with that soundtrack. I think like the style of music that they used throughout the movie, it just really fit. You know, like
Yeah, it was a variety of music also.
yeah, exactly, and
And then,
it fit each scene perfectly. I felt like they did a really good job of lining up the music with the mood and whatever was happening in that scene.
you
So,
could probably argue, like you just said, the music for the scenes that they were in, they fit to me, in my personal opinion, almost all the scenes perfectly.
yeah,
I think they literally it was like the music could have been the best part of the film.
yeah. I would say I thought it fit great.
But I will say, how about the cop scene in the hotel?
Oh, that's good too. I forgot about that. It's one of my
Yeah,
favorite. Yes,
the cop scene in the hotel room.
when they wake
That
up
was
and
so
they're
awesome.
face. Yeah,
First, her own sister calls the cops on her,
yeah.
and then the cops end up getting cuffed to the bed after she has sex with him. It's like, what the hell is going on here?
See, and that was kind of a weird plot point too. Now that you bring it up, it was that the sister called the cops, and like
Twice.
it made sense for the character a little bit, but then what? 5 minutes later, it was completely forgotten about.
Yep.
You know, like a little bit of a hole in the plot. I mean, a little bit there.
Unless you're me, you forget everything. So.
Yeah. Well, I forgot it too until you just brought it up. So you know, but yeah,
That's why I'm here.
it didn't ruin the movie. Just a little hole in the plot.
Yeah, there were a lot of good scenes in this movie. I thought.
Yeah.
You had the scene where they were singing in the car, and I can't remember what was going on, but Jen, she was like sleep, she was like passed out from getting punched or something, and the Jesus loving dude goes, "You look very pretty," and it's like, dude, she's a twin. Like, it's like, dude, what the fuck? And then she's like, what the fuck? I thought that amused me.
But see, like for that part, it's like yeah, they're twins, but like one is dressed like goody two shoe preppy, and then the other one is more like punk.
Right.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I got to say, and I was thinking about this, and I was going to talk to you about it before the show, Roy, but I'm glad you brought it up. Yeah, they're twins, but I felt like they didn't really look like twins until towards the very, very end when they, spoiler, if you're listening, you don't want to know, fast forward 30 seconds, pause for 30 seconds, something, because I'm about to give you a spoiler. When they set the dude on fire, then they look a lot because she doesn't have the glasses on anymore. She doesn't look like a goody two shoes. And then all of a sudden, I was like, holy cow, they are twins. You know what I mean?
Right.
I felt like throughout the movie, they did a really good job of, yeah, they were sisters, yeah, they were twins, but they did a good job of looking different and, two completely different characters. So, yeah, you would think they were sisters, but I feel like if you didn't know they were twins, you might not have known until the very end. So, I thought they looked a lot different up until the end. So.
Yeah, I agree. Now, Derek, would you think of the scene where all the chainsaws and baseball bats came out in the druggy den, I guess you'd call it, the gore,
Yeah.
Because you're not really a gore guy, are you, Derek?
Well, like I watch stuff that's gory, so like I'm fine with it. But for me, it's just like, oh, they just randomly come to this dude's house with chainsaws and they're just mutilating him, taking his liver or intestines or whatever they were taking out of him.
It wasn't random though. I mean,
like it sounded like it was just like a what was it, like a bad deal or something?
yeah,
Or, like he owed them.
he owed him.
But it was just
You
weird
want
that
his
those guys
shit?
came out and like they just kind of mutilate him instead of like, well, I guess they're gonna kill him at that point, but instead of like trying to work something out first, and then maybe they do that like later in the movie. But like that was the only time they went there.
Yeah, that makes sense because yeah, you're right. Normally, a drug dealer or somebody that's either coming to get their product or coming to get their money wants to get that first before they kill the person. You know what I mean? So yeah, that makes sense, Eric, for sure, man.
Yeah, so like at that point, I guess you're just gonna have to assume he's already owed them for quite a while.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, good point, man.
Derek had a good point. How'd that happen?
Sometimes.
So, my favorite scene in the whole movie was when Jen gets the baseball bat in the back of the head and her eyeball pops out.
Yeah.
It was like that's a WTF moment if there ever is one in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we all know that can't happen, but it's like, holy fucking fuck. No comment, Derek? Didn't you hate that scene?
Well, no, like I kind of figured that, but it was just that was the same scene, right? Like that
Yes.
drug person's house, and they're just
They're waiting for him in the garage, I think.
So it's just like they picked them apart for no reason other than like they were there. Should the drug dealer have somehow managed to beat the other 3 people that were in the apartment? And they were just like, oh, we're here. We're just gonna take the eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
And why just one eyeball? Why not both? Or why not go after the Christian guy too?
Well, it's because where the bat made contact, Derek. Come on.
They could have took his eye out. Maybe he would have thrown up. They could have had him throw up in his eye socket. I don't know.
No. and then they put duct tape on the eye. That was fucking awesome.
So I'm thinking when you might want to put on this video explicit because we've been dropping some swears.
Just a few.
You know, I mean, you don't have to. I just noticed because I know I've sworn and we've all kind of.
You're a bunch of swearing assholes. You guys are.
You know, so we just a thought we might want to put explicit because we've dropped more F-bombs than normal.
Well, it is the theme of the movie, I guess.
Yes, I mean, we're doing a show on a movie called Dead Hooker in the Trunk, so.
Yeah. We'll put it in the title.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, this movie, there's so much random stuff that happens, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if the girl's arm falls off, they're trying to sew it on later, like I said earlier. Then they finally decide to bury the hooker. She wakes up.
Yeah.
She's not even dead.
Yeah.
They whack her with a shovel. You know, it's like, what is going on here? Then the craziest thing is a guy on a horse. A guy on a horse.
Oh, the cowboy fan. Yeah, the cowboy fan. Yeah. Yeah, that was my favorite scene. That was my favorite scene after where he drop kicks him.
How about random? It was like, there's a guy on a horse.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. But, you know, I think this movie is a great movie. Not for the squeamish. It's a bloody, violent movie. But if you like gory movies, I wouldn't say it's even a horror movie. I would say more action than anything.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie, and then like Derek said earlier, it's all because a dude had a forked dick, essentially. That's basically what this whole movie is all about, which is like, what? But I became friendly with this girl when the movie just came out, and you know, I haven't talked to them in a couple of years, but these are the nicest girls you'd ever meet. And I've always said I will support anything they do because they're really good at what they do. Like I said, American Mary, that's another good movie. That was the second movie they made, and I don't know if Kane was the third or the ABCs of Death came out before um, See No Evil 2. But American Mary, check it out. I suggest it. And it's a good movie.
See No Evil 2. Is that the WWE movie?
Yeah, yes. They worked with WWE on that movie, with their production studio.
Oh, no way. It was funny. You said See No Evil 2, and I was like, that sounds familiar.
I was waiting for you to respond to it. You did nothing.
And yeah, no, but then I didn't know, and then I forgot to look it up on my other computer. Yeah, that was the one with the big guy. Kane, yes, Kane, Undertaker's brother.
Yep.
Perfect.
Which 1 and 2 are pretty good movies, by the way.
Are they?
I like them. It's your typical slasher horror film, but I like people getting slashed every now and then.
Now, can you watch WWE movies on their streaming channel there, whatever, the network?
No.
No? Okay, I didn't know.
Which I'm surprised they don't do that. It's their network. It's their studio.
Yeah, that's what you would think, right?
Yeah, even if you did one movie a month or something, if you want to take it off, put another one on. If you want to do something like that, but no, they don't do that.
Yeah, because I have the network. I mean, I don't really watch wrestling, but I've had the network.
I have it all, so I have to watch it.
Yeah, it's like I got it a few years back for WrestleMania. I had some friends over that were really into it, and then it's just one of those things that I just never canceled. And I'm glad I didn't, because I like every once in a while I'll remember, that are pay-per-views on or whatever, and I'll put it on to see what's happening and stuff. And I really like their little minor league system.
NXT.
Yes, I can never remember. I know we talk about it a lot, and I never remember it, but I really like that. So
if you like wrestling even a little bit, and you like action and high flying and just more wrestling, NXT's for you.
Yeah.
It's about the athletes more than anything.
Yeah, and that's what I like about it. The matches are really cool. It's like a lot of flips and stuff, like, just
a lot of good young talent.
Yes, not is old 50 to be wrestling anymore, because man, I love Undertaker, but that guy probably shouldn't be wrestling anymore.
Yeah. Do you watch wrestling?
I kind of just watch the pay-per-views, or I'll watch like the SmackDown and Raw stuff that pops up on my Facebook page. Just like the highlights, pretty much. But I did watch all 5.5 hours of WrestleMania.
All right, before we change the subject real quick, what would you give this movie for 1 out of 5? Tom?
I would go 1 out of 5 or 1 out of 10, did you say?
1 out of 5.
1 out of 5? Okay, 1 out of 5. I would probably go 3.75 to 4. Okay, 4, a 4 out of a 5. 3.75 to 4 out of 5, personally. And that's only just because there's like a few things, like what Derek said, with some of the swearing just felt a little unnatural, and a few of the scenes. But overall, I thought it was a great movie. And like, I wouldn't for me, if you're going out of a 5, most movies wouldn't be higher than 4.5 anyway. So it's really big.
No movie's perfect,
Yeah, exactly. So, and like I said, out of 5, like even my favorite movie would only be like a 4.5. You know what I mean? Because no movie's perfect. So I thought I really enjoyed it. I did.
All right, how about you, Derek?
I'd give it a 3. Like, I'm not going to be biased and give it a 1 because I don't like that genre of movies. But like, I'd give it a 3 because like they did some things that were good, like you guys said earlier, with the music matching the scenes.
Did you watch it with your girlfriend?
No.
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 You don't listening to the show? Just so you know, his girlfriend going to the game, and you won't even let her listen to our show with one of his earbuds. What's that?
How could I hear you guys?
You want to hear us? Wow. Well, I give the movie a solid 4. like I said, you made a movie a 5. It's like it's hard.
Yeah.
For what these girls did, for what they had to work with, and they didn't have that studio backing.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, and it was just two girls had a dream, and I actually asked them during one of our talks. I said, if I want to do a movie, and I kind of do want to do a movie, how do I go about it? The one thing that Sylvia said to me was, max out all your credit cards.
Yep.
If you don't have credit cards, get credit cards. I'm like, oh, you got to go to massive debt and hope you can go for your dream. So, and I always remember that. Oh, we lost Eric again. So, yeah, I give that a total 4. And like I said, I will support the Oscar sisters and anything they do because nice people and they do good work. They really do
Yeah.
good work. So,
I 100% agree. And then just one little point I have on it.
yeah,
Like what you were saying is that, how they max out their cards and everything. Yeah, it's a truly independent film in that sense, which I really like because nowadays independent films aren't really independent. You know what I
not
mean?
anymore.
They're backed by big studios, even though they're on an independent studio. You know what I mean? They usually have backings by a bigger, like a Paramount or HBO or something like that. You know what I mean? So they're not truly independent. There's very truly independent studios out there. Like Troma is one of them, and then people making movies like that. So I totally respect that 100%. It's a truly independent film, and these girls made their names for themselves on it, and it's phenomenal. It's inspiring. You know what I mean? Like,
It really is. Read their story. Look them up. Check them out. These girls are awesome. Hey, Derek, any final comments about the movie?
Well, I mean, like if that's your genre, if it's a comedy, thriller, slasher stuff, then I would recommend it. But it's not something like I'm into, so
Right.
I'll still watch it, but
right.
I'll try to give everyone like a fair shot.
Right, I hear you. All right, which one do you guys want to do the next movie review? Do you guys have a movie you want to review next time?
What if we do one of my movies next time?
That's fine. I think we lost Tom somehow.
I think we did.
So yeah, we'll do one of your movies. Do you know what you want to do? Fans will know. You want to hold off and surprise people.
We can do The Boy and the Beast.
All right, I'm back. I don't know what happened there.
We're all there, though, so you disappeared.
Yeah, the Hangouts just closed out completely, and then Google Chrome closed out, and I had to go back. I had to reopen Chrome, find the email, and get back in. I don't know why it just closed out for no reason on me. So I'm back.
Google did not want you to do the next movie review, but apparently.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Derek jumped you for the next movie review.
What's the next movie review?
Go ahead, Derek. You want to say it or no?
The Boy and the Beast.
Oh, okay.
That
anime that we were talking
about. Episode? Yeah.
The Boy and the Beast?
Yeah. That one's the one where, just like a quick summary. The boy gets lost after his parents got divorced, and he ends up in this magical world with like they're actual beasts, like dogs, wolves, sheep, and they talk and they speak English and they live normal lives like humans would. And he gets pretty much taken in by the second strongest fighter in the village, and he ends up getting raised by him through his teenage years.
Okay.
There's like a lot of like in-depth plot with this movie. Like there's like a lot of things happen. I think Funimation has it. I'll have to double check. Because if it does, I can just give you my login info.
Yeah, I was gonna say yes, please. Because I don't have a Funimation account, so.
Yeah, you do it.
Yeah.
This is like to pick a movie we can't watch.
Yeah.
All right, any final comments, Derek?
I'm probably gonna lose reception because I'm underground now.
All right. Well, Tom, any final questions? Any final comments?
No, just yeah, guys, great, really good movie. Get a chance, seriously check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's a very fun movie, especially if you like Roy said. It's not like you're a straightforward horror with those jump scares or anything like that. It's like horror, suspense, thrill. I guess a thriller, kind of be a good actually,
Slasher, maybe.
slasher, thriller, gore. It's yeah, it's really good. So check it out, guys, if you're into those types of movies. Seriously.
All right. Tune in next week for our review of Comic Con's coming up, and maybe we'll have some news from this past weekend's Comic Con. So for that, we're going to say adieu. So for Derek and for Tom, I am Roy. Thank you for tuning in for episode 7 of the Geek Perspective. We'll see you all next week.